Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights.
Good morning, everyone. I am coming at you from my car this morning. It was a very hectic morning. I was trying to get out really early because my hairdresser is on Eastern time and I'm on Central, and we're like right at the border. So we got the kids out. Nelson took the kids to school this morning. I took care of the baby, changed her and fed her, made sure she was okay, and she was happily laying in her crib when I left. And Nelson, he works from home, so he's like right there watching her. So I'm on my way, and I text the hairdresser and I say, hey, I'm on my way. And she ends up calling me. She's like, wait a minute, no, I thought it was 10 o'clock. And I'm like, no, I thought it was 9. And she's like, oh my gosh, you're right, it is 9 o'clock. And then she got the time zones mixed up too. So anyways, so I just pulled over for a couple minutes to give her a little bit of time to finish getting ready because she was a little behind. So I told her, I said, no worries, I'm gonna take my time, no rush. I'm still about halfway there. Because our downtown to my little town is between us. So I just stopped for a second. I thought I'd do an intro at this point to just let you guys know what's going on. And yeah, so in a couple minutes here, I'm going to pull out and I'm going to head over to get my hair done. And hopefully everything will be okay. And, it'll be a nice, calm morning. And, we'll see how it goes. I'm excited. So I hope to also, after I'm done there, because I'll be maybe 10 minutes away from a Walmart, I'm going to stop over there and check something out for my oldest daughter for tonight's dance, see if they have it. We'll see. And then there is this one grocery store in this particular town that has one ingredient that I use in order to make a Puerto Rican dish or a dessert. And the only grocery store in the area that has it is this one. So I am going to probably stop there too, since I'm on that side of town and I don't get to go there very often. So those are the two things that I'm doing, hopefully, after I get my hair done. So yeah, I think a couple of minutes have passed. We're good. I can head back on the road and I can make it to my appointment now.
And I really wanna know, if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling down. Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting.
All right, so I am back, and boy, has it been eventful since I last spoke to you. Well, I will like to report that the lady who did my hair did a great job. She was actually very nice. She was a little older than me. So she loved the old school layers and hairstyles and blowouts. And it was so funny. She kept apologizing because she had gotten the time wrong, which I told her was totally fine. Nothing to worry about. She has this great little business and it's just her. And she did a really good job. She actually, when she dried my hair, she put rollers in it as she was drying the sections. And I had an amazing, voluminous hairstyle that was just perfect. But there's a reason why my hair doesn't look like that right now. And I'll tell you guys in just a second because you just won't believe what happened to me today. But yeah, the experience was great. She did the whole thing. The wash, the cut, the style. She took her time. She was very how do you say, very talkative, which I actually appreciate because too many times I've been to salons where honestly the hairdresser just doesn't care about you. And the fact that she wanted to get to know me and she was telling me about her life, I thought it was very Steel Magnolias-ish, and I really appreciated that. So I definitely think I'll be going back to her. We only took off about 3 inches total. So my hair is still pretty long. As you can see, I still have some of that lighter color, and it still goes down pretty far down my back. So no, I wasn't going to cut. I know several of you were actually very concerned about whether or not I was going to cut it off. No, I'm very happy with my hair and its length. But we did need to do some trimming. So we took off about 3 inches, which I was perfectly okay with because my ends were a little bit thinned out. And so we did that. And, I thought she was very reasonably priced. And yeah, so the whole experience was actually a very lovely experience. Everything else that happened after the fact was not. So I'm not necessarily in this area of town where I was at when I went to go do my hair. But I decided to take advantage of the fact that I was there and go down to this one grocery store that they have in that town because it's the only place where I could find guava paste in order to make my guava paste pastries. It's called pastelillos de guayaba in Spanish, and it's a very traditional Puerto Rican dessert that my kids love, my husband loves, I love. It's great. So I decided, okay, well, I'm just going to go down. It was like 10 minutes away. I'm going to go to the grocery store. I am going to park. I'm going to get the stuff that I can only get in this area so I can make dessert for my family. I was feeling good. My hair was bouncing in the wind, and it was just a beautiful day, beautiful sunny day. It's a little chilly outside, but it was just a perfect fall sunny day. Everything was going great. So I check out, and as I'm walking out, I notice that there's 2 ladies next to my car. One of them had hit my car pulling in to the parking spot next to me. And my bumper was pretty scratched up. It wasn't it wouldn't buff off, okay? So one of them was like a witness, and she confirmed to me that yes, it was her. She hit your car kind of thing, and then she left. This lady was elderly. This lady was very kind. She was a little shook up. She was very nervous. She happened to say that she had never done that her entire life, that she's never been like in a car wreck. Anyways, so I stayed pretty calm and I said, okay, do you have insurance? And she says, yes. I said, okay, all right, she says, I don't know what to do. And I said, no worries. I'm going to call my husband and he's going to walk us through this. I did exactly that. I called Nelson. I said, hey, this just happened. What are we going to do? And he's like, walk me through it step by step. The lady was very kind. She stayed there with me. I did take the fact that she was there waiting for me at my car as a good sign. And so I walked her through it. I said, hey, this is what I need from you. This is what we're going to do. My husband's going to call. He's going to get it sorted out, and that's exactly what Nelson did. He took care of everything while I stayed there with the lady. And, I think any other time, any other day, any other circumstance, it could have ended worse for both of us. Or I could have been really upset and really mad. I felt kind of bad for the lady because she was really concerned. She was concerned for me. She was nervous. She was scared. And I guess one of the times that I've been under a stressful situation where I could proudly say that I kept my composure and I thought everything through and I did everything just like I needed to do it. And I kept her calm in the process. For one, I didn't want her to get, hysterical or leave the scene or anything like that or not cooperate. And I looked at her and she was like my mom's age. So I thought of my mom, like when I was dealing with her, and I said, okay, I'm not going to get upset or make this lady feel bad because, this could be my mom, dealing with this somewhere else. So she was actually very happy and grateful and just relieved that out of all the people, unfortunately, who she hit in the parking lot, it was my car and nobody else's. Because, people are not very nice these days. And so she was scared that I was just going to be a very, you know, angry, mean person that was going to be very difficult. So yeah, we took care of everything, exchanged numbers. Tomorrow, the insurance adjuster is going to come out and he's going to take photographs and document everything. And she admitted that it was her fault. I wasn't even in the car. I was inside the grocery store when it happened. My car was parked. It was not my fault. But it was, she definitely owned up to her mistake, and I think I handled that situation very well. So it is very unfortunate that after everything we have been through in the last couple of months, this also happens to me. It's like out of all the cars in the parking lot, it had to be mine. After I was having such a great day, such a wonderful morning. I'm excited because my house is being painted as I speak. And then that happens. I think I know the message that God was trying to send. I think I got it. That is what I dealt with right after I got my hair done. And I was out in the very windy, brisk fall air, which is why my hair looks like this, because I was outdoors a lot longer than what I was supposed to in the wind, because we were outside standing. I think I was with her for almost an hour, I think, making sure that we did everything right. And, and then I did not leave until the insurance company said, okay, and confirmed with Nelson that he had everything he needed. Nelson had all the information that he needed on his end in order to, make sure that this gets taken care of. So at that point, I had one more place that I wanted to check out, but I was like, no, that's enough for me. I'm going home. I don't need to stay out any longer. So I came home and I called in lunch at a local bakery that we have in our town, and I picked up some sandwiches for me and Nelson. I brought it back. We had lunch. I cleaned the kitchen, did dishes. I fed the baby. I, did everything I had to do, tidied up and all that stuff. Then I came out here and I checked on the house and decided to sit down and tell you guys, the latest in our family saga, because there is just not one one calm moment these days. They're just the hits just keep on coming. I'm really hoping that that's it. I'm hoping that's it. So I don't think I can take much more. All right. So in a few minutes, I have to go and pick up my kids. I got to bring them back. 2 of them have to get ready for a school dance. I have to get ready because I'm going to be chaperoning and also helping set up the dance. So that is what I'm going to do for the rest of the night. Nelson's all taken care of. He knows what he's going to, eat for dinner with our 9-year-old. He's going to play daddy tonight and take care of the baby as well. He's all set. And we're just going to have, hopefully, a great, uneventful evening. So in case y'all were wondering what I was talking about earlier, this is the stuff that I buy in order to make that dessert that I was telling you about. And again, that's the only place anywhere around here where I can find it, unfortunately. But this stuff is really good, and it makes one of the best Puerto Rican desserts.
Our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground.
All right, so we are back home. It is 10:42. The kids had a great time at their party. They had about 2/3 of the school showed up, which was so nice. And everybody had a blast. We had tons of parents there helping chaperone and do things. I was there early on to set up and help get things started. and get some information out to the parents. And then I ended up coming home a little bit earlier than some of the parents just because my baby is obviously still under the weather and she had been here for a while. So we wanted to make sure that, I was back here at a decent time. So kids shared all about the dance and all the things that happened and all that stuff. They took showers. We got their clothes ready for tomorrow. They're in bed. I was just wrapping up a few things before I took a shower and went to bed. It has been an incredibly long and exhausting day, but at least, it ended on a really, really good note. And, even though it didn't start off the way I thought it would, at least, my kids had a blast and we're just so exhausted because today ended up being such a fun evening. And it was kind of nice to get to see them and to see a whole bunch of young kids, just have old school fun, kind of like we used to when we were young. Tomorrow, the good news is I don't have to go out anywhere. I have to catch up on some stuff because I have been what seems to be like on the road for the most of this week. So I have to catch up on my chores at home. So tomorrow I'll be staying in, getting caught up on some Vlogtober editing, getting some emails and some actual work done behind the scenes, and preparing for a very eventful weekend because we have a lot of stuff going on this weekend. So I need my rest. I'm 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 tired, but it's a good tired. Y'all have a great night, and I will see you back here tomorrow. Until then, adios.